This video is brought to you by Rhino Shield. Today I am super excited to be unboxing the brand new iPhone 14 Plus. Now this model was particularly interesting to me because for the first time ever you can get that Pro Max size 6.7-inch display in a non-Pro phone, and also for a non-Pro price. Now what this means is that for only $100 more compared to the regular iPhone 14, you now get that 6.7-inch display as well as what Apple calls the best battery life in any iPhone. And this is interesting, and what to me may make this 14 Plus model the new best value iPhone out right now. Before we get started, I am giving away this brand new iPhone 14. And if you guys want a chance to win, be sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a like on this video, and a comment with your favorite feature of either of the iPhone 14s. Then follow me on Instagram at Dion Schuddeboom, where I will announce the winner on October 16th. Alright guys, here we go, the 14 Plus. Now here I have the 128GB version in Midnight, which comes in at $899 or 949 pounds. Let's go ahead and lift up the box here. And there it is in this beautiful midnight color. I love this color on the regular 14, and it looks even better on the 14 Plus just because it is a bigger phone. Before we take a closer look at the phone, let's just see what else we get included in the box here. So we have the regular Designed by Apple in California booklet. Now here in the UK, I will still have the SIM ejector tool, as in the US, all the 14 models are now eSIM only, but in other regions, you will still have the SIM tool for now. I do think that will be phased out over time. Then we have all your warranty information and the single Apple sticker, which unfortunately is not in Midnight. And then lastly, we have the usual USB-C to Midnight cable. Would have loved to see this braided. I am going to mention this in every iPhone unboxing to hopefully get someone's attention at Apple. But anyway, this cable works, and well, it's what we've come to expect with iPhones. So let's go ahead and move the box off to the side here and take a closer look at what matters most, and that is of course the new 14 Plus. Now, as you guys have probably seen on my channel, I have been unboxing and I will be reviewing all of the new iPhone models. And compared to the 14 Pro Max, one of the first things I notice is how much lighter this phone is in the hand. So we get those beautiful brushed or matte aluminum sides on the frame here, and that glossy glass back here, which looks really good in this midnight color. Sort of changes depending on the lighting as well, and I really like it. So let's go ahead and peel off the peel from the screen here. And there we go. That is always super satisfying to do. Let's go ahead and boot up the phone here, press and hold the side button, and here we go. Wake up that big, now 6.7-inch display, which is the same size as on the Pro Max. Now, I actually happen to have my regular iPhone 14 here besides me to go ahead and compare what the size difference is like. So as you can see, they are very similar. In terms of the color, of course, they are identical. The camera modules also appear to be identical in size. Now, what I'm probably most excited about in this Plus phone is to test the battery life. Now, Apple says that this phone has the best battery life of any iPhone with 26 hours of video playback compared to 20 hours on the regular 14, which for me does last a full day and evening with, I would say, around 20% remaining, comparable to the 14 Pro as well as last year's 13. So I'm really excited to see how far I can push this new 14 Plus. And then this year, the iPhone 14, the regular iPhone 14 models feature the A15 Bionic chip from last year, which is the same as from the iPhone 13, though now gets five cores of GPU, which is the processor from the previous 13 Pro, which Apple does still say is around 18% faster. Of course, I would have liked to see the new A16 chip also on the regular iPhone 14s, but this year that is reserved only for the 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. But still, the A15 is still an incredible chip that runs super well on the regular iPhone 13 as well as the 14. So I expect it to run just as well here on the 14 Plus and still last for many years to come. One of the first things I do with any new phone is get some good protection, and this is where the broad range of customizable cases and accessories from Rhino Shield come in, made to have a positive impact on your phone, your style, and the planet. This starts with the case. With 360-degree protection, your iPhone is safe and now exceeds military standard drop protection, with endless customization options to express your style. from different case types to colors and literally thousands of print designs to choose from. They even have some awesome design collaborations with other brands and creators, such as the NBA, NASA, and Naruto. These days, phones are only getting bigger, and the 14 Plus is a great example of that. And a great way to add even more security is with a grip. Rhino Shield's Grip Mini and Grip Max adhesive versions use adhesive to mount to your case. Quickly extend the grip to comfortably rest your fingers. And then there's the Grip Max MagSafe version. And I love this because it will instantly attach to the back of your phone, can be easily added or removed, and sits on really firmly because the magnets that they use in the cases have actually twice the magnetic strength of the standard MagSafe. The grips also allow you to stand your phone upright, vertically and horizontally, great when working at a desk. Rhino Shield also offer protection for your other tech as well. So here I have the Crash Guard NX on my Series 8 Apple Watch to protect the display from impact. If you're thinking of getting the iPhone 14 Plus or want to get a new look for your current phone, be sure to head to rhinoshield.com and use code Dion14 at checkout to get 20% off your order during the first week and 10% off after that. A big thank you to Rhino Shield for supporting the channel. Now back to the iPhone 14 Plus. So let's talk about the biggest features that are coming to the 14 Plus. Now, the biggest appeal of the Plus model specifically is of course that bigger display and battery that you also get in the 14 Pro Max. Now, these are by no means the same phone, but you do get those features at a much lower price. The 14 Plus also brings some pretty big camera upgrades. So we now get a new 12 megapixel main sensor, which is going to have a faster f1.5 aperture to let in more light, and is also going to result in a 49% improvement in low light photography. In terms of video, we also now get action mode that we also saw in the regular 14 and the Pro models, which will provide much better image stabilization. Now, I have had a chance to test this on the other iPhone 14s, and it makes quite a big difference. And finally, you can also now shoot in 24 frames per second for that true cinema look. The 14 Plus also adds Apple's Photonic engine, which really is just a fancy name for better software that's used after the photo to further enhance the photo digitally, and this does make a visible difference. And then when it comes to safety features, the 14 Plus also adds crash detection that we saw in all the new iPhones, including the Apple Watches this year. And what this will do is it will essentially detect if you're ever in a serious car crash, and then if you don't respond, it will automatically call emergency services on your behalf. Now, this is a feature that I'm certainly not going to test and hope to never need, but it's still reassuring to have. And then to add to that, there is emergency SOS via satellite. Now, this allows you to connect to a satellite from anywhere, even without cell service, to send a message and ask for help. Now, at the moment, this is only available in the US and Canada and will be free for 2 years. Again, this is a feature I hope to never need, but on longer holidays, if say you are out in more remote areas, or if you say live in an area where cell service can be spotty, this feature could actually be life-saving and on its own, maybe enough reason to get the 14 Plus. Now, are all these new features together enough reason to upgrade from the 13 to the 14 Plus? Well, not for most, unless you really want that bigger form factor. I think if you're on an older model iPhone, like for example the 11, 10, or even an 8 Plus, and want that larger form factor without having to spend the extra money of the 14 Pro Max, the 14 Plus will represent an excellent value option. Of course, I still have a lot of testing to do on the iPhone 14 Plus, not only for my full review, but also for comparison videos, which I'll be doing compared to other iPhone 14 models, as well as last year's iPhone 13. But based on my initial impressions and looking at the phone, it does seem that this represents a really good value proposition, as for only $100 more compared to the regular iPhone 14, you get that much larger display and much larger battery, which I do think will make this what appears to be the best value iPhone to get out of all of this year's lineup. Let me know if you have any questions at all on the iPhone 14, 14 Plus, or any of the 14 models. And a great way to protect your expensive new phone is to head to rhinoshield.com and use code Dion14 to get 20% off your order and 10% off after that. Links in the description. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.